You're watching PaperLoud, stories you can feel, questions that change you. Because every truth has a voice.
You wake up, the alarm barely stopped, and your internal program starts. Smile, function, deliver. Everywhere you look, a promise is grinning at you. Happiness. They say it's the goal, the ultimate upgrade for your life. But what if exactly this chase makes you tired? Not tired from the day, but tired of the idea that you always have to be happy. Happiness as a duty, not as a gift. In recent years, happiness has become currency. Companies measure it, coaches sell it, algorithms reward it. So you turn up the volume even more. Affirmations, gratitude lists, good vibes only. But what if the problem isn't in you, but in the system? A system that evaluates and sorts every feeling. Useful, useless, shining, disturbing. Sadness is hidden, doubts are laughed away, anger is labeled. No room for nuances. No room for you if you're not shining. Today, we're talking about the dark side of a bright word, about happiness pressure, positivity terror, and the moment when wellness becomes self-denial. We'll show you why the constant chase for dopamine makes you more vulnerable to exhaustion, comparison addiction, inner emptiness. And we ask, what does a life look like that doesn't constantly scream happy, but breathes honestly? The problem, those who laugh, win. Imagine the morning when you don't have to prove anything anymore. No perfect breakfast photo, no motivational story, no forced smile in the daily meeting. You walk to the window without the camera in your head. You feel what's really there, a bit of fatigue, a slight pressure in your chest, maybe longing, feelings that don't appear on any dashboard, feelings that people in offices like to call private, even though they decide everything. This pressure becomes especially visible in social media. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok reward glowing selfies, sunny vacations, success stories, sadness or doubt, barely visible. Those who post them anyway risk losing reach or facing ridicule. The result, a deadly mix of comparison spirals, self-doubt, and loneliness. Happiness pressure has also long arrived in the working world. Tech companies decorate themselves with colorful offices and meditation rooms. But the subtext is, if you work here, you have to look happy. Critics call this toxic positivity at work. Those who remain serious quickly become a problem case. The cause, a historical shift. We humans have been chasing happiness for millennia. But with modernity, the narrative changed. From the question, how should I live? It became the duty, show that you're happy. Industrialization made happiness visible and purchasable. The car as freedom, the house as security. In the 20th century, the hunt became professionalized with neuromarketing. Happiness became a KPI, a measurable variable. States began to balance the happiness of their citizens. Companies polished it in employer branding brochures. And then came social media. The private feeling got a stage and a score. Likes, reactions, reach. Those who laugh, win. Those who doubt, lose. Exactly here is where the health risk begins. Not because happiness itself is bad, but because its prescription narrows down life. What if the compulsion to be happy makes us unhappy? Researchers at the University of Melbourne proved that people who force themselves to constantly think positively develop a higher probability of anxiety disorders. A paradox. Those who try to force happiness become unhappier. The conclusion, your right to imperfection. The wellness industry earns billions. The more inadequate people feel, the higher the demand for instant happiness. But what if we treat happiness as a guest again? One who comes and goes, instead of an employer who demands a daily report. Health doesn't lie in a permanent smile, but in the variety of feelings. Joy, yes, but also sadness, doubt, emptiness. If you think differently about happiness at the end, you haven't lost. You have won. Space. Your right to imperfection. Happiness. A word that sounds brighter than it often feels. We've seen how a promise turned into pressure, how a system forces you to smile, to perform, to suppress anything that doesn't fit the script. But the truth is, health doesn't live in permanent grins. It lives in the full range of emotions. Joy, yes, but also sadness, doubt, and fatigue. You have the right to be imperfect. If this video made you question the idea of happiness, you haven't lost. You've gained more space, more honesty, more freedom. Now it's your turn. Is happiness for you a gift or an obligation? Write it in the comments. Let's break the silence around this pressure together. And if you want more truths, your feed won't show you subscribe to PaperLoud, because the loudest truths are often hidden behind the quietest feelings. Stay awake for the small moments no one measures. Stay loud when someone demands your permanent smile. Stay yourself with all your highs and lows. Stay PaperLoud